What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time joining us here in the dorm room, my name is Layton, and welcome to the channel. We do all things Marvel, movies, and television here, and today we have another exciting video centered around maybe one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated movie of the summer, Deadpool and Wolverine. So without further ado, let's get right into the breakdown. We open to Logan sitting at the bar, recalling iconic scenes from his previous X-Men films, and even from the little glimpse we got of the Wolverine video game. The bartender tells Logan that he's no longer welcomed here or pretty much anywhere else until we see Wade pop up and say, "Hey, Peanut," very much like Scott Lang calls Cassie Peanut. Wade tells Logan to come with him, where Logan responds, "Look, lady, I'm not interested." He yanks Logan up. Logan's claws start to come out, but only barely come out of his skin. And this is where we get our first hilarious line from Wade. Many expected to come in this film, but he says, "Whiskey dick of the claws," and he mentions how it's quite common in Wolverines over 40. And this recalls back in Logan, the film back in 2017, how his claws never really came out how they were supposed to. And then Wade lifts his pistol, showing his iconic smile, wait for the flash on the barrel of the pistol, and says, "Unless you want to take a deep breath through your forehead, I suggest you reconsider." The Marvel title card pops up and slowly fades out of focus to show us the standoff scene in the void between Deadpool and Wolverine. This is the location from the previous film and from the leaked images, right next to the 20th Century Fox logo. Now, in the background of this shot, we can see a lot of cool details, including what I think to be the Sky Needle, and then there is a ship buried underground. Not sure if it's any specific ship, but just lots of cool details here in the background. Then we cut to a shot of Wolverine suited up, looking awesome as he comes into focus. And I believe this will be the ending shot from the first trailer where the shadow of Wolverine is coming up over Deadpool. It would make sense with the sun gleaming behind him in this one, but we'll just have to see. We get more shots of Wade's birthday party with a voiceover where Wade is telling Wolverine how he's about to lose everything he's ever loved and all the people he cares about, since he is leaving his reality and traveling to the main MCU universe, number 616. We flash back to the location in the void by the 20th Century logo, where Logan responds to Wade saying, "It's not my problem." But Wade shouts back, "Is that what you said when your world went to shit?" And in a few seconds forward, we see Logan responding to this saying, "Come again," where I think this shot right here is where they are going to start fighting at this location. He gets really mad when anybody brings up what he's done to his universe or how he didn't save anybody when his world went to shit. So this is obviously a different Wolverine, as we already knew, but it's going to be very interesting to learn about this Wolverine's backstory. Now, in between these few clips, we get another clip of Logan, which looks to be a flashback or a dream sequence of some sort, but it's in this very interesting location with this gray sky. This is why I think it might be a dream sequence, because this does not look like a real life location, as you guys can tell, but it has these pillars and he's standing in this field. Um, I think this might be a nightmare he has about how he didn't save anybody in his past, because we have seen him have a lot of nightmares in the previous X-Men and Wolverine films. We cut to a scene of Logan looking tranquilized on the ground as Paradox tells Deadpool this Wolverine has let down his entire world, and I'm assuming this is going to be right after they bring him into the TVA, and Paradox is going to kind of criticize Deadpool's choice of who he's bringing along with him. But in the end, it will turn out that this Wolverine has fixed his wrongdoings. We get more awesome action shots by the 20th Century logo where Wade is dodging Wolverine's claws until eventually Wade gets stabbed right where the sun does not shine. The next shot, Wolverine is on top of Deadpool, but Deadpool pulls out his pistols and shoots multiple shots through both sides of Wolverine, which is not a big deal since we all know Wolverine has his healing factor as well as Deadpool does. After these epic and hilarious fight sequences, we get this scene of Wolverine and Deadpool sitting at a restaurant where Wade asks Wolverine if he wants to talk about what's haunting him. And of course, we all know Logan. Logan responds, "Go fuck yourself." Then we get a shot that everybody has been waiting for and commenting on every video that they want to see the suit with no sleeves. And here it is. It looks like he's going to rip them off somewhere in the movie, which we all were guessing that. But either way, I like the suit with or without the sleeves. And it is the most comic accurate representation that we have gotten. And they really did nail it. Deadpool's suit is also looking fantastic and more comic accurate. The bright red is stellar, and the gold deagles go nicely with the outfit. We also do know that Wolverine's swords will be made out of adamantium, which is just a cool little detail in my opinion. Now, in the background, we can see Liefeld's Just Feet, the building on the left, which is a reference to one of the workers on this production, Rob Liefeld. And in between this sequence of them walking out behind the taco truck, we get this shot of Wolverine sitting down by a campfire, talking to someone saying, "Trust me, kid, I am no hero." And I really think he's either going to be talking to Laura X-23, a different variant of her, or a variant of Deadpool being Kid Deadpool, which we have been confirmed he is going to be in this film. Wade tells Logan, "You were an X-Men, you were the X-Men," which is very true to many of us. Wolverine has always been my favorite X-Men, and he kind of just stands out amongst the crowd. He's just a great character, and Hugh Jackman does a great job at representing him. And finally, we get our first fourth wall break of the second trailer, where Deadpool looks directly at the camera and says, "I am soaking wet right now." Hilarious line delivery, and it looks to be in the same location as the 20th Century Fox logo. Wolverine's claws retract in this epic, awesome close-up shot, and then we cut to scenes of Wolverine just totally ripping these TVA agents up, and then more shots of them fighting in the void. And here we finally get our first good look at the villain of this film, Cassandra Nova. Now, if you guys did not watch my previous video, a brief introduction to Cassandra Nova. She was a comic character who is the evil twin sister of Charles Xavier, where they fought telepathically in the womb. And you can read more about that, but she looks great as the villain, and she's coming out of Ant-Man's head. This is giant Scott Lang's head with the skull still in it, as you can see the teeth above, and she's made this her fortress. We get some short fighting sequences between Wolverine and Deadpool in this car from the last trailer. We saw in the last trailer that there were claw marks on the seat, so we obviously knew these were two were fighting, but Wolverine chucks Deadpool through the sunroof very high into the air as he falls back down. Two awesome shots here. First, we get a shot of Cassandra Nova up close this time, drinking some tea with the bald head, of course, like Charles Xavier. And next, we get a shot of Eliath in the void, which we already saw in the first trailer, but this is a clear shot of Eliath. Eliath is the creature from Loki that He Who Remains used to keep all the variants down in the void and keep them from escaping, basically. Then we get probably one of the most important and cool shots from this trailer. Again, showing the Ant-Man head with Ant-Man's skull in it. But the important thing is the characters standing in front of this. Now, you probably missed it just like I did the first go around, but we've seen many, if not all, of these characters before in previous X-Men films. Now, in this shot, we see Azazel from X-Men First Class, Lady Deathstrike from X2, Toad from the original X-Men, Callisto, and even more here. If you notice any that I missed, please leave it in the comments. It's hard to tell from this picture, so I just mentioned the ones that stood out specifically to me. Also in this shot, we see the cars that we saw in the previous trailer that I mentioned in my previous breakdown. We see the Hydra Mad Max style car, and then on the left, it looks to be the Fantastic Four mobile. We see a quick scene of Logan spitting out bourbon in a location that looks to be the scene from the end of this trailer, where we see Hulk's bed from Sakaar. Next, we see our first scene with Dogpool, who is licking Deadpool's face, and Logan is sitting in the back looking disgusted. We knew Dogpool was going to be in the film, but this was our first shot of him, where we get a voiceover as well with Deadpool saying big slow motion action scene, reminding us of the slow motion scenes from the previous two films, which this one will probably have as well. We flip briefly between multiple shots until we get a face-off between Logan and Cassandra, where Cassandra puppets with Logan and his claws, making him stab himself in the back of the leg, and then ultimately stab his claws into the ground. We finally get to the shot I mentioned a couple seconds ago, where they are in this location with Hulk's Sicarian bed in the background. I'm not sure if this is going to be in Cassandra's kind of lounge or if this is going to be some location that they find in the void. We'll have to watch the movie to find out, but definitely a cool location, and it's awesome that they're adding these little Easter eggs like the bed in the background. We get this epic shot of them jumping out of what looks to be Scott Lang's eye socket from the giant head and jumping into this portal. Now, if you guys cannot tell, it looks to be like there is another figure right behind the portal, and people are kind of debating, is this Doctor Strange? Is it a variant of Wong? Or is this Ned Leeds, a variant of Ned Leeds? But it looks to be Cassandra Nova to me. I can zoom in for you guys, but it really looks like the same outfit. And who knows, they could be opening this portal from a different location. Some have even speculated that Deadpool and Wolverine were at the Battle of Endgame and we never knew, and this is going to be where it shows it. However, I do not think that will be true. I think this is the portal that's going to take them from the void and put them into the main MCU. The title card pops up looking awesome as always, and then we end with this shot of Wade and Blind Al talking at his birthday party, where Blind Al is asking Wade to do some cocaine, where Wade responds, Feige said that is the one thing off limits, which is hilarious. And they go through kind of all these abbreviations and different names that they use for cocaine, where ultimately Blind Al says, do you want to build a snowman? Referencing back to how Wade always talks about, do you want to build a snowman and Frozen? Where he says he does want to build a snowman, he does want to do cocaine, but he can't because Feige said he cannot do that. We close the trailer out with a big LFG, which is how I feel going into this movie. I cannot wait. Words cannot describe how excited I am for this film. And that is all the content we have for you guys today. I really thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the channel. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. What do you hope to see in this film? Is there any cameos you really want to happen in Deadpool and Wolverine? And what did you think of the trailer? Leave it all in the comments and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video. I'm very new to this whole YouTube thing, and it's very difficult to get these made while I'm in college and doing a sports. So I really appreciate all of you guys' feedback and all of your subscribes and likes to my channel. As always, have a great day and thank you for stopping by. Peace out.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.